about that place. Even your emotion had an echo in so much space. And when you out there without care, I was out of tone. But it wasn't because I didn't know, no. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. I hope that you're having the time of your life. Think twice. That's my only advice. Oh, who do you?
Hello, everybody. A very good morning to you. Thursday it is. It says it right there. It's Thursday, the 31st of August. You know, honestly, when I was younger, it took forever to get through the week. I remember when I was in my teens. I mean, it was like the Nuremberg trials. Just to get from Monday to Friday, it was a marathon. Now it's a mad dash. Now you wake up on Monday, you blink twice, and boom, you're in Thursday, a day before the weekend. What's going on? Is it age? Does it come with the age thing? You know, they say the older you get, the more you realize and appreciate the fact that your mortality looms large. You get a greater sense of your mortality as you get older. When you're younger, you think you've got all the time in the world, you know. Wait a while. It's going to slip through your fingers. Before you know it, you're going to be standing on the doorstep of the afterlife. I thought I'd share that with you. Hey, everybody. Hope you're well. I hope you slept well last night. And you're ready for a brand new day. Talk to me now. Send me a message. Write something. Tell me I'm loud and clear. Tell me I'm audible. Tell me you can see me. Tell me you can hear me, so that we can get the show on the road. Just a few shout outs. You precious people, precious people, that you take the time out of your very busy schedule every morning or every day. I try to come to you every day. Guys, here's the thing. I haven't sussed this thing out, honestly. I used to think I could come, I would do the brief at 18:45. And then I thought, well, you know, let's do 7:30, 7:35 in the morning. And I still don't have a fixed time thing slot. I'm still trying to work that out. Maybe you guys can help me. What time do you think is a good time to hop on here every day? I know my dear friend Emmanuel Mwamba, he has a set time, I think. He's got, incidentally, you should watch his show, his podcast. Emmanuel Mwamba has a really good podcast on his channel. And I think his is on a fixed time. The great thing about Emmanuel is that his aesthetics are beautiful. You know, he's got perfect lighting. He's a very handsome man. He dresses well. He speaks very intelligently. Of course, I do not agree with everything he says. In fact, I disagree with most of what he says. But I like the fact that, you know, because in a society, you need alternative voices. Everybody can't say the same thing. You can't live in a society where everybody sings the same song. You know, you can't live in a society where everybody sings the same tone. You know, there's alto, not alto, it's called alto. Okay, there's soprano, there's falsetto, Okay. There's bass. It's not buzz. I know some of you guys. No, imbabaz. Imbabaz tumfwe. No, there's no such thing as buzz. Bars is the plural of bar. Where people go to drink? Honky tonks. You know what a honky tonk is? A discotheque. Okay. That's a bar, but more than one are bars. Okay. So you can't say buzz. It's bass. Okay. So my point is people sing different tones. And I think, when you listen to other people, other opinions, you sort of have an informed sort of deal. That way you can navigate through this maze called information. Anyway, thanks, guys. Just a quick one. I just wanted to jump on here very quickly. You guys have heard about this scandal that's broken out over there at CBU. CBU is the Copperbelt University. It's located over there in the Copperbelt. We fondly refer to it as Copala. Copala is in the Copperbelt. And they've got their own way of doing things over there. They've got their own lingo. Apparently, people from Copala think that they're a separate nation or something. Somebody please explain that to me. Okay. Somehow the people from Copala think that their blood sort of flows differently from the rest of us. Anyway, over there in Copala, the university there, which is a great university, incidentally, has been embroiled in some type of scandal. Now, let's be clear. This is not the first time this has happened. Okay. Anytime something like this is unraveled, it really tells you that it's been going on for a long time. The only difference is it has been discovered. Here's the story. 2 lecturers over there, Daniel Mwanza and Henry Mvula. That tells you something right there. Hey, listen. Right out of the gate, you've got these homeboys embroiled in this scandal. Is it any wonder? I'm not surprised. Here it is, 2 young lecturers, both below the age of 40. So you can imagine these boys full of testosterone. They've got youth on their side, highly intelligent, position of power. These young men, both below the age of 40, decided to do the foolhardy thing of taking advantage of 2 young first-year students over there at the Copperbelt University. They said to the students, female students, let's be clear, okay? Because, in this world, the world we live in today, it could go either way. The world's just gone nuts. In the words of Tony Blair, the world's gone mad, okay? So you have to be clear about this. These are 2 young men, and let me say it again, full of testosterone, position of power, young, highly educated. One of these fellas is a doctor. I think this Mwanza is a doctor. So they use their position of power to take advantage of young girls. They say to the young girls, either you pay 5,000 kwacha so that we can make sure you pass your exams, or you can break us off a little something. Now, of course, I'm putting that mildly. Okay. I don't know the lingo they use now, but when I was growing up, that's what they said. Break me off a little something. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You take care of me, honey, I will take care of you. Basically, these 2 young men said to these girls, it's either you do the bump and grind or we're not going to pass you. It's either you pay 5,000 kwacha or do the bump and grind, and you know what the bump and grind is. Basically, these 2 young men wanted to sleep with these girls. The deal is sex for grades, or is it grades for sex? Which one is it? Because sometimes I lose track. sex for grades, grades for sex. And these two young men were caught in an operation that saw these two young girls decide, you know what, we're going to stand up and push back. Now, not everybody walks away unscathed. You must know this. There are multiplicity of multitudinous tens of women, tens of girls that we have never heard about, that we know nothing about, that have gone through this process. Imagine for a moment how many girls these young fellas have taken advantage of over the years. E-practici is as old as dirt. You got to know. Now, of course, I'm not saying that the girls are that you know, we should start talking about the girls, because, you know, the word of God says the woman is the weaker sex, not because she's timid, but because really a woman is supposed to be taken care of. A woman is supposed to be protected. A woman is supposed to be shielded. But when you take a woman and you violate her in this way, whether or not she consents, I mean, that's a completely different topic. But the point is, when men of position, men of power, men of intellect use their positions, their power, their intellect to take advantage of young first-year students, and they say to them, it's either you pay money or you pay in kind, these young men should not be anywhere near any institution. CBU, fire these young men. Get rid of them, because either they will spread diseases all over the school, or they will impregnate half of your student body. See, that's the choice you have to make, CBU. Either you keep them on and have a bunch of young men that spread disease like wildfire, have a bunch of young men that impregnate half of your student body, or you simply put a line through their names instead of under it. Get rid of these boys. Throw them under the jail and throw away the key. Basically, that's what needs to happen. All right. Secondly, did you guys, well, let me read a couple of comments on that just so that we're on the same page. Okay. There are always digressions from the main topic. Yeah, I mean that's just the way it is, brother. You just get that. You just gotta have to roll with the punches. Okay, I mean that's the way it is. All right, it's our own world, Mr. Muewa. Wake up early, get to work by 6:45. Blog at 7:10 after the news. Be careful with CADAs. Brilliant advice. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. Somebody's watching from Lilanda. Good morning. Thank you, guys. Lastly, let me just mention, did you guys see this guy? There's a guy on TikTok. I don't even know his name, but he's from Matero. That should say something. That says something right there. Anytime you have somebody from Matero, sorry, Miles, I do love you, but you got a bunch of scoundrels over there. I mean, Miles, let's just be clear. You're a good guy. I love you, but your people, Miles, your people messed up. Your people crazy. You've got this young man. He's a TikToker, Facebook, or something. He walks around taking videos of himself robbing stores. Can you believe this? He walks into ShopRite. He grabs a little packet of cookies, biscuits, we call them. Do you know that in Louisiana, in the state of Louisiana, when you say biscuits, you're actually referring to scones. What we call them scones. In Louisiana, they say biscuits. When you go to Louisiana and you go to a restaurant and you say, may I have some biscuits and gravy, they will bring you a scone-like something with this lovely, delicious gravy on it. Okay, they don't say cookies over there. They say biscuits. But here in Zambia, we say biscuits. Biscuits here are cookies. So this young fella, I don't know what the hell his name is, he walks into stores, grabs packets of biscuits, eats some of them and stashes them back on the shelves. He walks into other stores. He takes off his dirty slippers, and then he exchanges them for brand new ones, and he walks out of the store. And the whole time he recorded this. And this is what I find interesting about this. And they're all the same. All these crooks are all the same. When they walk around the store, they speak with bravado. I mean, I don't know what the guy was saying. He was saying, I mean, all this boasting and bravado and braggadocio and all of this nonsense. It's all fun and games until you get caught. Now, here's the thing with this young fella, is that he started off thieving cookies, which is bad enough. I mean, any type of theft is terrible. There's no such thing as, that, just slap him on the wrist. Because here's the thing. If you don't stop him when he's stealing cookies, you're going to have to stop him when he's robbing banks. Because here's the thing about thieves. It's an adrenaline rush. Everybody knows this. It's a human condition. It's the fallen state of man, is that when you steal something and you get away with it, it gives you a rush. It emboldens you to do more, because you need to do more. You need to do bigger things to get that rush. So if you've been stealing cookies or biscuits for 6 months, that rush is going to wane. You know the word wane? It's going to diminish. It's going to reduce. So you need to do something bigger to get that rush. So for 6 months, if you steal cookies, guess what? Next time you're going to steal shoes. After that, you're going to steal equipment. And then ultimately, you're going to rob banks. So you have to nip it in. The authorities, the police, did the right thing by nipping it in the bud. Now, here's the thing that I find sad about this young man. I mean, he's foolhardy. I mean, this boy's so messed up. He probably has no father figure. And you can always tell these youngins, when you look at them, you can tell these boys don't come from stable homes. Bantu umulumendo na 5 senses. Ngali kwata abafyashi bwino. These young men have no father figures, no mother figures, nobody that can speak into their lives. They feel that they're a law unto themselves. They don't feel obligated to fall in the circumference of law and order. They don't know any of that. All they know is thieving. And now that he's been caught, now imagine all of this is caught on video and it's been posted on the internet. And young people, hear me when I tell you this. Anything on the internet lives forever. You must know that. Let's be clear. It doesn't matter how much you try to delete. Doesn't matter how much you try to erase. Doesn't matter how much you try to get rid of. That stuff sticks on there forever. So here's the deal. Here's the thing. One day, 15 years from today, when he decides to get married, he finds himself some young, beautiful girl. And then, someone in the girl's family will say, "Tell you, Munumendo, you are there, you boy. You nika bola alo you. Ale ibaba biscuit, mudiba ShopRite. Nama tropical. Lelo. Esi ati alefo kupo mwana wesu. Haha. Alefo kupo mwana wesu. That's your bombe. Get out. I mean, get out. Who the hell do you think you are? Why baba biscuit? Le lwa tule fo kupa chite. It can't work. See, those are the things you have to think about. Some of you young people, you just live your lives like there's no tomorrow. Listen to me when I tell you what you're doing today on the internet, one day it's going to bite you in the behind. That's what it's going to do. You know what it is? It's called the law of reaping and sowing. You reap what you sow, honey. You reap what you... It's a law. You can't do anything about it. It's as real as the law of gravity. You throw something in the air, guess what? It's going to come down, okay? So be careful. Be careful. To the police, I say congratulations to you. Good job. Thank you for getting rid of that scoundrel. Because, you know, if you don't arrest people like that, that type of behavior where you are glorifying theft on social media, it encourages impressionable young people. There's somebody out there who looks at that, a young, impressionable person who looks at that and says, you know, I could do that. You know, if I had a phone and a bit of bundles, I bet you I could walk into ShopRite and do that. That looks like a lot of fun, that does. No manga mwamugwira, mwamchitafiantix, mwamufianta. The young people look at that and say, well, I don't want to lose my freedom over a bag of cookies. I'm not doing that. All right. Spoken enough. 21 minutes. That's enough. Let me read a couple of your comments. When I behave, leave Chipata alone. Imomweba kuchipata imwe. Iwe piri iwe. Wewe kuchipata. Mwari shupa. You aba kuchipata mwari veshfefya baba. You know how they are, those people. We do love you guys, though. We do. Guys, thank you for watching. God bless. Have a great week, great day. I'm going to go do some vlogging outside, and we'll talk to you again. Thank you.